Hello friends, this is Anil. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to solve numerical problems based on block diagram reduction technique. And the problems both I'm going to solve two problems, and both of these problems are previously gate repeated questions. So coming to first problem, you can see here block diagram, right? So for this block diagram, I need to find out overall transfer function. Okay, what is transfer function? Output by input. So I have output x, input as r. So when I'm going to find overall transfer function to this block diagram, in numerator I have to focus on forward paths. Okay, in denominator I have to focus on loops. The moment you see block diagram, right, first find out loops. You can see one loop here, right? This is one loop, and you have one overall loop. Okay, now first we write now numerator. In numerator I have already made one video. If three blocks are connected in parallel, we have to add. So 1 plus g2 plus g3, that is what I have written here. 1 plus g2 plus g3, this is cascaded with g1 and g4. That is what I have written here. G1, then have 1 plus g2 plus g3 into g4. Okay, now coming to denominator part. First you write inner loops. Okay, in inner loop I have two inner loop. This is one inner loop and this is one overall inner loop. So first we write the small inner loop. When we write inner loop, right, we have one inner loop here. That's why when we have odd, one inner loop means odd, right? So you have to multiply with minus, and we have here minus. So minus into minus plus, that place we have written here. Now we have in this loop what we have, g4 times h. That is what I have written here, g4 times h. Now coming to overall loop. When we write overall loop, right, whatever we have in numerator, that will come here. Okay, see here, g1 times 1 plus g2 plus g3 into g4. I have written here same, g1 times 1 plus g2 plus g3 times g4. Okay, and this is overall one loop, right? So we need to multiply with minus. So minus into minus plus, that place I have written here. So very simple. The moment you have given some block diagram and you are asked to find overall transfer function, output by input, in numerator you are going to write forward paths. In denominator you are going to focus on loops. Okay, the moment you see block diagram, identify the loops, one loop and two loops. Okay, and in forward path I have to write this thing, one g1 times 1 plus g2 plus g3 into g4. Okay, in loops I have this loop and this overall loop. So I have two loops, right? So I have written here two terms here, and how to, since it is odd, I have to multiply with minus. So minus into minus plus, again how to minus times minus plus. Okay, now coming to second problem. So this is the second problem. So in this block diagram I need to find out overall transfer function, output by input. Same concept. In numerator I am going to write forward path. What I have in forward path? G1 times G2 times G3 times G4. Okay, all are connected in cascade. So I written G1 G2 G3 G4. Okay, now coming to denominator part. In denominator part I will focus on loops. How many loops I have? This is one loop, this is one loop, second loop, and I see here this is third loop and this is fourth loop. Okay, now I'm writing one by one loop. So first I focus on this loop. Okay, I need to multiply with minus. Minus into minus plus, that place I have written here. And in this loop what I have, g1 times h1. So g1 times h1. Now I'll write this loop. I need to multiply with minus. Minus times plus. So overall I have minus. Now what I have, g1, g2 and h2. g1, g2 and h2. Now I'll write this loop. Okay, I need to multiply with minus. Minus, minus, plus. That place I have written here. Now I have in this loop g1, g2, g3. So these terms I have written here, g1, g2, g3. Now I write now overall loop. What I told, when we write overall loop is whatever I have numerator, that same thing I will write here. G1, G2, G3, G4, G1, G2, G3, G4. Now focus on feedback path. Feedback path I have H3, right? That H3 I have written here. Suppose nothing is there in feedback path means whatever numerator I have, same thing I will mention it out here. Okay, very simple. The moment you see block diagram and you are asked to find out overall transfer function, in numerator you are going to write forward path, in denominator you focus on loop. The moment you see block diagram, just identify the loop. Loop 1, loop 2, 4. Okay, so loop 1, loop 2, loop 3, loop 4. So these are like I am taking single loop, so I need to multiply with minus. So minus times minus plus, minus times plus minus, minus times minus plus, minus times minus plus, and I have written whatever the terms are there in that loop. Those things are mentioned here. G1 times H1, G1, G2 and H2, G1, G2 and H2. In this loop, G1, G2, G3, G1, G2, G3. Overall loop have G1, G2, G3, G4 times H3. Or you can also remember that when we write overall loop, whatever numerator I have, same thing will replicate here. So these are the techniques to solve block diagram relation techniques. Thank you.